Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Fish. So, long story short, episode 5 is just gone. I don't know what happened. I recorded it. I remember recording it, but it's just gone. So you're gonna hear things that reference a previous episode that just doesn't exist anymore. So this is now episode 5. Hope you guys enjoy.
And welcome to another exciting episode of our podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Fish.
And this is Macaroni Fish. We are doing another episode, but we're coming straight off the heels of the last one. And I still don't feel good about it. If you missed the last episode, you should give it a listen.
If you missed the last episode, he died.
Oh, horribly. And we played a game, and just like with the Max Mayhem, it did not end well for me, but was great for you. Good job for you, Fish.
All I can say is strategy. That's it.
Shut up. No, it's not strategy.
It was strategy.
It was all luck.
No, it wasn't.
I should have offset the rolls. That's what it was. Because it was bad roll, good roll, bad roll, good. So I should have done something to offset it. And then I could have been like, haha, now I'm getting the good rolls.
Okay, whatever.
But for this episode, we're not going to do anything gamey. We're going to do a normal topic for this special episode. Are you... Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. I about burped. I'm trying to be more professional. I'm not trying not to be... what's the word? Unprofessional. Sure, I guess that's the word. I was thinking of a different word, one that was more eloquent, but I guess that one will just stick. Why not?
Oh, man.
Anywho, so we're going to be doing a normal episode this time where we are going to be just having a normal topic and then discussing them back and forth. Are you ready, Mr. Fish?
I am,
because,
Mr. Mac.
Oh, perfect. I like... Mr. Mac was my father. Call me Macaroni.
I didn't think your dad's name was Mac.
Yeah. So you see, I'm Macaroni Jr.
Oh,
and he's Macaroni Senior.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Roney family is a very I should probably say it's Mac A. Roney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Roney's the
last name,
okay.
And then like the middle name A actually is Alabaster.
Oh, yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people
surprising.
just think it's A. But that doesn't make any sense. So, no, my name is Mac Alabaster Roney. My father, I'm Mac Alabaster Roney Jr. My father was Mac Alabaster Roney Sr. Yeah.
And I'm just Fish. Hi, guys.
You're not as classy as me.
What can I say? I'm just a fish.
I'm just swimming in the ocean.
Yep.
But today's topic is going to be one that I think we can get into some very interesting pieces of conversation, because we're going to be talking about sleeping, dreams, and the like. We're going to be talking about the weird world of being unconscious for 8 hours, so that way you can wake up for work the next morning, but you still didn't get enough sleep, even though you did exactly what you said you would do yesterday, and that is go to bed early, but you wake up as though you got hit by a truck and took 15 Benadryls.
That's been happening to me a lot recently. I don't know what that's about.
Well, most people think like if you get more sleep, that's automatically supposed to be better for you. That's actually not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, you just need like a full rotation of the cycles of sleep, like going through all of the stages of sleep and then coming back out of it. Mm-hmm. So if you can do that within 5, 6, 7, or 8 hours, then you just need to do that. So a lot of times what people will do is they'll sleep, they'll go through a cycle, they'll wake up, then they'll go back to sleep, and then their alarm will make them up halfway through that cycle.
Yep.
And they feel like poop. They feel like dookie. They feel bad. They feel bad. But I can't say anything because I do that. My body, it happened this morning because I'm off work, I'm on vacation, and my body woke me up at 6, and I said, no, and I went to bed, and then my body woke me up at 10, and I went, oh.
Yeah.
And it
basically did the same thing this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what happens when it's Memorial Day. I dated this. Is that bad?
No.
It's okay. Okay.
I guess it's fine. Well, I mean... This isn't coming out on Memorial Day.
No, it's not. This one's coming after the week after. So shockingly, if you guys didn't know this was pre-recorded. This is not live.
I thought this was live.
I know. Everyone thought we recorded this the day of and then upload. No, that's not how this works. Sorry to tell you. We put a little bit of magic into this.
Yep.
But yes, today we're going to be talking about dreams and sleeping. I saw at one point, I don't know if we're going to get to it, but if we don't, we could do a part 2 of like, there was like a personality analysis or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to do that.
I would have to look that up again.
Oh, okay.
But we can do that in probably a part 2.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. For the next episode, I think we can just talk about some of the dreams we had or some of the weird things that we've had during sleep.
Yeah.
I think I got some good stories. You got some good stories, Fish?
I think I've got some.
Do you think you do? Let's see. Do you got some story? Tell me one. Tell me one right now. I bet you don't.
I'm starting?
You'd start, yeah.
Okay. This is revenge, isn't it?
Well, I'm still salty. I'm still angry.
I can tell.
My family died. That's
it did not go well for you. Last episode.
Oh my gosh!
So I was gonna bring in my dream journal, but I kind of forgot it. But that's
Did
okay
you?
because
Okay.
I remember some of them.
Oh, okay, good.
So I have the craziest dreams.
I do too. I feel you. I feel you.
Really weird, freaking dreams.
Oh yeah.
But some of them actually feel like significant. Like they say things in them that I'm like, that sounds really profound. Okay.
Oh, so, like like you start. I'm not going to say you add meaning to the chaos of like a dream, but like something
It feels
comes out
like
of
it has meaning.
Yeah, it feels like there's a deeper meaning. Yes,
like
I
there's
fully.
And okay, there's one I actually titled this, and it's called Addison the Sand Girl.
Ooh, have you
Okay.
told me this one?
I think so.
You might have. You go ahead, and I'll let you know if you have.
So the whole dream is me and my wife are on vacation with her family in this weird beach house that has like a pool attached to it. It's a super weird, doesn't make any sense house.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I went back into the house in the dream to get some swim trunks because everyone was out playing in the pool and I wanted to play in the pool too. So to get to where the swim trunks were, I had to go through a bedroom, and on the other end of that bedroom was a door. I entered that door and there was another bedroom.
Oh, so it was a shotgun house?
Yeah.
Ew.
And then beyond the door at the end of that bedroom, there was another room.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And in that room,
Privacy does not exist in this house.
yeah, it was weird. It was super strange. And every bedroom was different too. So one actually had beds, the other just had pillows.
What?
Yeah. And then the final room didn't even have a bed.
I just want to say this for anyone listening to this. If you sleep with just pillows, no blanket, no mattress, go see a doctor.
You're a psycho.
You're a psychopath.
You're my wife.
What?
Okay. So I love my. I'm not saying my wife is a psycho.
I'll say it. No kidding.
But no, she like kicks the blanket off in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
And then tries to steal mine because we sleep with 2 different blankets. The other night, she actually kicked her blanket off and then tried to not steal the blanket, but she tried to steal me. So I wake up and my wife is just clinging to me.
Oh my god.
And she still doesn't have a blanket on. She's just clinging to me for warmth.
She's like a penguin.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
You're on top of her. She's like
yeah.
She's picking you up and like flinging you like a blanket. You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, what's going on?
But anyway, side note.
Yeah.
Okay, so final room in the house. Didn't even have a bed in it.
Okay.
But off to the right was like it looked like a collection of dresser drawers and cabinet doors and stuff like lining the wall.
Oh, you hit the mic.
I did.
Oh, 3 more and you're fired.
Yep.
We replace you with Fish with a PH.
Hasn't happened yet, guys.
Hasn't happened yet.
Through the power of editing, I've been editing out all of my mic
Oh,
hits.
not again. You said that last time.
Anywho,
Oh my gosh.
so anywho, there's like a collection of drawers and cabinet doors and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's one at the very top, and it's like a little bitty door.
Okay.
Okay, and that's where the swim trunks were. In that little drawer, in that little door. Okay.
Okay.
How you got to the door was you opened a series.
What did I hear? Yeah, I hear something clicking. What's going on? I thought for a second it was gunshots outside.
Oh, I bet that's fireworks.
Is there fireworks going on?
Yeah, I think it's fireworks.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. There's explosions happening outside, and I thought it was him tapping his mic. And in fact, I was kind of, now that I think about it, it'd have been funny if every time that was a mic hit, it was like 1, 2, 3. Fish Fish is fired. 1, 2, 3. Fish with a PH is fired. 1, 2.
Yeah, they're setting off fireworks
Oh,
outside.
okay. I'm so sorry. I got distracted. Go ahead.
So the swim trunks were in that little door at the top. Okay. How you got to that little door was the other drawers and stuff would open up into a staircase.
This is a lot of work to get swim trunks.
To get drugs?
No, swim trunks. Not drugs. This is a lot of work to get drugs. Listen, just go outside. Go on your street.
Just go to Jeff down the street.
Just go
Come
to
on.
Jeff. Hey, Jeff made an appearance.
Yeah.
After he stole your money, you can buy drugs
he does
from
a
him.
lot of bad things, guys.
Oh my god.
Jeff doesn't exist, by the way.
Nope, he does now. He is now in.
He's canon.
He's part of the Macaroni and Fish lore. Jeff down the street.
Jeff down the street.
Oh
Anywho,
my God.
So they'd open up like a staircase.
Okay.
All right, and then you'd go into the little door that's not big enough for a person to fit through.
Oh, perfect.
But you'd cram in there.
You smush on in
There'd
there.
be a bright, blinding white light, and you would enter something called the transdimensional closet.
What?
And it was beautiful, my friend. It was a purely white room with big open windows,
What?
with sheer white curtains.
And this is where
blowing
you stored your swim trunks.
in the wind. It was peaceful.
Oh, okay.
It was serene.
Oh, okay.
It was potentially heaven.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
This is not where the meaningful part comes in, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
I don't know where the shorts were even in the room.
I was about to say, I was like,
but I come out with them.
the meaningful part is swim trunks are from God.
Yeah.
They're a blessing.
I come out with them, okay? Go play in the pool for a little while, and then for some reason I have to go back to that room.
Right.
Okay, so I go all the way back to that room after getting the swim trunks. I try to get back into the transdimensional closet, and now I can't.
What? Okay.
I just can't. I don't know why. I just can't. I can't fit through the door now. I can't get in.
You just looked and go, oh, darn. Can't do it.
So I pull out all the drawers like I'm supposed to get up to it. I'm climbing them to get into it. I'm trying to jam my body into the door, and I end up falling, and I don't know what it was I hit. It was like some sort of jewelry rack that had a bunch of earrings and brooches and stuff on it, but they all got
Interesting.
stuck in my arm.
Well, what do you mean stuck in your arm?
Like stuck in my arm.
Oh, gosh. Great.
Yeah. Okay. So I hit the floor, and then I hear Ashley's brother, Kyle, coming into the room. And I don't know why, but I panic in the dream. Like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be here.
Oh, no, Kyle.
So I'm like hiding from Kyle.
Kyle, don't listen.
Okay.
You're not supposed to know.
Then Kyle comes in, and he's looking around. And he looks directly at me. He obviously doesn't see me.
Right.
Okay. But I'm like, oh, hey, buddy. Hey, what's up? And that is when Kyle and I both hear something, like a woman's voice or whatever, and we turn our attention to the set of drawers on the wall. And now, crouched by the drawers is Ashley's sister-in-law. Okay, sitting there
Okay.
with her knees up and her arms around her knees.
Okay.
And she's looking at us.
Oh.
And I knew it wasn't her,
But it was her.
but it looked like her.
Okay. It looked like her. Okay.
Okay. And she said her name was Addison.
Interesting.
Okay. Then she said, and this was the meaningful thing.
Okay.
She said, don't believe everything the grown-ups tell you. They'll only darken the forest until you can't see the trees.
Ooh.
And I was like, whoa.
Oh.
That sounds really deep.
Oh my gosh. Now I have a question for you about that.
Okay.
Are you going to patent it?
Oh my gosh.
You have 30 days.
Shut up!
30 days.
But it sounded really deep and meaningful, right?
Oh my gosh.
And it, like, I understood it. I understood what she meant. Like,
Yeah.
when you're a kid, everything is beautiful, magical, and majestic.
Whimsical, yeah.
Right, and whimsical, like, everything is.
Yeah.
But when you're an adult, you start seeing how it actually works. You're like, that's nothing. That's not that
Right.
special.
It's even
Scientists are guilty of this more than anybody, in my opinion.
Really?
When you're like, dude, this is so cool, and then you got a scientist going, yeah, well, it's just this. They make it so boring and
Right.
mundane. Like, it's just like, yeah.
It's just blah blah. It's
Yeah.
just molecules and
Yeah.
put
And
together.
I'm like, but it's like working together, guys,
Right.
and it's like so cool.
See, I'm gonna have to expose myself a little bit because I can actually relate to that. There was I did this twice. Once when I was by myself, and once with my girlfriend at the time. But we went to Louisville at one point, and I went through the Children's Museum, and it was like a science thing. And like when I say children, I mean like 10, 9, 8-year-olds. Yeah. And I'm a grown 20, 26, 27-year-old man.
I've been to a children's museum.
Yeah.
As an adult.
They're fun.
Yeah, they are. They're cool.
They got the cool, like all the different cool stuff that you can look at and see, and it's interactive stuff. And it's like, man, I love that stuff. It's so, and you're right. You get older, and I would even push it further, and I would say you get sadder when you're older because you start to realize a lot of the.
Well, it's like what Ecclesiastes says.
Yes, everything is vanity.
Well, no. The increase of knowledge is the increase of sorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was kind of in the right direction because I vanity.
well, most of
vanity.
it, yeah, most of Ecclesiastes is it's all vanity,
right? I actually find that Bible verse to not be sad, to be honest. I kind of find it uplifting for me personally. I'm not going to say like it's not sad. I'm just going to say for me, I've read it and I was like, this is nice. I like this. This is kind of cool. But that's a riveting dream. Is there more to it?
A little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so then Addison, the sand girl, goes completely crazy and starts trying to kill us.
Oh, well, that took a completely random turn. Okay.
So I run away, and the only thing I hear, and this is what woke me up, is I hear Kyle in the background just go, "Ah!" And then I woke up.
I liked it better when you stopped at the fancy saying.
I woke up and went, wow, that dream was profound.
Also, what happened at the end? Poor Kyle. Kyle died a gruesome death.
Yeah, apparently.
Holy crap.
I don't know. I never turned around to find out, so sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Flippin' dare you. You didn't even go back for Kyle. How dare you? Kyle, I'm your biggest fan. That's an inside joke between me and Kyle. Okay, that story had a wild turn. That was extremely wild. But I have to say, that was a riveting story, and
thank you.
It exemplifies those things that I love about dreams. Is I love the randomness and the fluidity, because there are cases where some things are profound, and there are other cases that they can be like really impactful. I have woken up crying from dreams by how much.
Too.
Yeah, like you have.
I had a dream. I'm just going to say this one really fast. Go for it. Hilarious. I had a dream where I was a tiny little guy on a giant pile of laundry, fighting Darth Vader.
Okay.
That dream moved me. I have no idea why.
Are you sure?
I have no idea why, but there was some really weird emotional impact that dream had on me when I woke up.
You're wrong. Obi-Wan, you don't have the high ground.
The dream was so dumb and so idiotic, but for some reason there was so much emotion attached to it that I woke up going, oh man, that was brutal. Like, and I feel so bad.
I feel like that's that moment where you half wake up, like you half wake up from a dream still being affected by it, and then later on you come to and you're like, wait, that was a dream.
That was the stupidest. Why was I a tiny person on a top?
Why was I crying?
Yeah, like
what the heck? But yeah, like dreams are impactful, and in fact, I do have my dream journal with me. I write them all down on my phone, and I write down the most lucid ones, the strangest ones, or the ones that are crazy for me. And I know you'll agree with this, but if I have a nightmare, it's a joy.
Oh yeah,
nightmares. Are fun.
Yeah, nightmares to me, like a monster chasing you and you're trying to like get away or whatever. That stuff does not scare me.
Right?
That's the stuff I write down.
Legit, because like we like to write stories, and I like to say that we're both horror fanatics, though you're on a completely different side of the spectrum than I am. I'm into the. I won't say I'm into the gory aspect of it, but I like the brutal, terrifying, like aggressive nature of it. You're more into the eerie,
like I like thriller mystery sort of stuff.
The eerie, the things that make you unsettled, and that's really kind of the majority. Which you can get a lot of good scares from that. But I wrote down a lot of, especially nightmares, and I have so many. I'm not going to be able to list them all. Maybe a part 2 later on. But I am going to give you an option as to which one I read. Okay. Not all of these will be scary. In fact, I'm going to give you the titles, okay? And you are going to decide. All right? Are you ready?
Already.
The first one is called The Waiting Game. The second one is called Mystery of the New World, and the third one is called The Conspiracy of the Spirits.
Oh, I don't think you've told me any of these before.
I don't think I have, because these are the most recent.
Oh, okay. Let's do the conspiracy of the spirits.
I knew you would pick that one. I read the title, so I haven't actually opened these up in a while. And I might have to condense it because I wrote it all down, but I'll try and read it through very fast and like skip ahead if I need to. But the conspiracy of the spirits. So this is exactly how I wrote it down. And again, I'll condense it if I need to. In this dream, I was a wanted criminal who was being chased by police officers. The reason I was being hunted down is unknown, but I'm assuming it had to do with my connection with spirits.
Oh.
With the spirits.
The spirits.
I don't remember writing this, if I'm being honest, so I don't even know what's going to happen in this story.
Oh.
According to my own words, in the dream, spirits began revealing themselves to attack me at a very high rate. I also have no idea why the spirits are trying to attack me, but my goal was to try and figure it out. I found myself running around a large city that seemed more like the inside of a building. So it was,
interesting.
So I guess it was like an
enclosed city.
Yeah, like an enclosed city.
Interesting.
For the most part. This was because the outside walls of the buildings would almost connect in such a way that it would build a room, except it would have no ceiling. So it's just a wall, essentially.
Oh, okay. So it's a walled city.
It was a huge wall, a huge walled-off city. I was constantly dodging police who were actively searching for me and fighting off spirits that attacked me at random. One spirit appeared that was your typical ghost, shining white and light blue, long lanky body, long white hair that seemed to float, and long claws on its fingers it used to attack. So I kind of imagine that like a banshee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this because I don't remember this. I'm rereading this like I don't remember this dream at all.
That's why I need my dream journal, because there's a lot I've written down I don't remember.
Right? And you go back and you're like,
yeah,
my brain, bro. Anyway, it attacked me while in a set of back streets that led to a suburban area, and I was ready to defend myself. Supposedly, with some kind of spirit power I possessed. So I was an X-Men. I was an X-Men of the spirits. It swiped at me with its claws and quickly vanished, whispering something to me. I forgot what it said now, but I knew in the moment it was a clue as to why the spirits were after me. At least 2 civilians saw the encounter, and I explained to one of them my situation with the spirits. Shortly after the encounter, I am confronted by a police officer. It's a girl with black, long hair who seemed to be wearing typical police attire. She was very nice and spoke to me in kindness, but was confident in her mission to capture me. Interesting.
Also interesting.
Also interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so I basically meet a nice cop who's like, "Hey buddy, I'm sorry, I gotta take you in. I don't know why I sound like a man or why I sound Boston, but I gotta take you in." I gotta take you in. She created this ball of energy, which had the components of a medicine ball or a beach ball. It was purple with a card diamond-like pattern all around it, and it was roughly 2 to 2.5 feet in diameter.
Weird.
This ball seemed to be able to make true whatever the user wished to be true while holding it.
Whoa.
So it was like a genie ball of sorts.
Weird.
She attempted to use it to...
Is that like a Wonder Ball?
Full of candy. It was chocolate outside and delicious candy center. Yes, it was. Man, I should have bit into it. I'm starting to remember it as I read. That would have solved it if I bit into it.
If you bit into it?
If I just went, you have no power now that I can eat your magic. What's that one saying that the lion says in to the witch and the lion witch in the wardrobe? Do not speak the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Is that in there?
That's in there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all I remember about that movie is Santa Claus handing children weapons of mass destruction.
Huh? What?
Santa Claus comes in about halfway through the movie and like he hands like one girl a bow and arrow.
No, he doesn't.
He hands the boy like a sword.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember this in the movie at all.
Watch it.
Okay, all right, that's another thing we need to watch after this. But anyway, she attempted to use the ball thing, use it to what? She attempted to use it to catch, but somehow I was able to... I wrote this weird. I think she attempted to use it to catch me, but somehow I was able to catch it. I think is what I meant.
Oh, so she tried to catch you with it, but you caught the ball.
Yeah. I began to make wishes left and right, using it to attack her. Yeah. She was trying to use me to catch it, but I caught it. Eventually, though, through the magic of the ball, I don't remember how, she put me in enough of a stalemate that I surrendered. So she did some kind of weird, crazy magic where I was like, all right.
She got you.
She got me. She kindly escorted me to a nearby home garage that looked to be owned by a woodworker.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a detail, but okay.
Well, okay, yeah. Weird place to arrest me. I playfully thought of my escape with the ball as I was still holding it. I don't know why she didn't take it from me, but she made the ball vanish with her will. Never mind, she did take it from me.
Okay. Well.
I thought that like, haha, sucker. Oh man. Dang it. She then locked me in the garage and went to get back up to.
That was her master plan, just locking you in a garage.
Apparently, she locked me in the garage and then she went to get back up to help her to help her take me in.
She's not doing a good job.
Well, okay, listen. When we're in a world where we use magic balls to cast wishes, there's spirits running around trying to come at me, and I guess the government is after me for my handsome specialness. You know, it's a you know
your handsome specialness.
You're darn right. Listen,
okay.
based on this story, I'm the protagonist. So you gotta. I'm the pretty boy.
Maybe.
Oh, what if she's the protagonist?
Right.
I'm the villain.
That's why she's so nice.
Oh, well then shoot. My villain arc is strong. I'm able to fight balls of wishes. So I think I'm pretty powerful.
I'm able to fight
balls of wishes.
Okay.
Balls of wishes. Anywho. I turned to look deeper into the garage, which was quite long for a garage, and I noticed a lawn chair.
This is a very lengthy dream.
Yeah, I forgot halfway through I'm supposed to be trying to condense this. Essentially, from what I remember correctly, I was looking into the darkness of like the garage, and a spirit started to show up.
Oh.
And so now I was locked in a garage fighting a spirit. Let's see here. What does it say? It looked as though it was a person who was coming out from hiding beneath the chair, and the rest of its body began to materialize, revealing it was a spirit. Though I was in a tough predicament, I smiled, knowing I had the ability to escape. This was because right before the woman took her magic ball away, I made one more wish. The wish, worded in some way to basically say, I have the ability to open one door of my choosing, even if it is locked, and even if the ball vanishes. So I basically made like a very specific wish that allowed me to escape. I escaped, and then the movie turned into the dream turned into a movie. The dream then cuts to a new movie scene. This was after I escaped the garage.
I hate it when dreams do that.
I love it. It's awesome.
It's like, why do I dream that why are my dreams almost always a video game?
Because you play so many video games.
I don't. I really don't I don't play that many video games.
You were replaying the what was it called? BioShock games for so long.
Shut up. I was trying to relive them though.
Oh, I know. And they're good games. They're really good games. Oh my gosh. And then the Kingdom Hearts. You had Kingdom Hearts.
I did. I played Kingdom Hearts for a while.
Which, oh gosh, that's a whole other discussion. But anyway, all right. So I gotta run through this. This is a long one. All right. I was so I scraped the garage, and the police were still on the lookout for me. I was in this open plaza in the center of the city, which was like the commons area at my high school that I grew up in. If it didn't have a ceiling, so it was like my high school, but no ceiling essentially.
Oh, okay.
There were hundreds of people walking around and talking like it was a tourist spot. I ended up talking to a person and his friend among the crowd who knew who I was since I was a fugitive. While we were talking, some public figures, possible journalists, began to corral everyone in the area to get together for a picture. At first, I was against it.
Get together for a picture.
Everyone, get together! We're gonna take a picture. At first, I was against it, and I thought it would be too risky to be involved. But then I decided that I wanted to have one peaceful moment, and the people I was talking to were willing to hide me from the police. While the pictures were being taken, the two people walked behind me to block the police's view of me that were standing for the picture. I ended up standing in the far right corner of the crowd of the picture, up in the very front. And as we were preparing for the picture, I felt someone tap on my shoulder. I thought it was an accident, but it was not. It was one of the policemen. It was two people, in fact. The two people who were hiding me changed their demeanor, and in S, one of them, that's a typo. And one of them said something along the lines of, "You're in trouble now." I assume their demeanor changed so they wouldn't seem like my accomplices. As a man poked through the crowd to reach me, he was a heavier set man in a suit with glasses and a modern swooped haircut. I had detail, baby. I've got detail.
You got a lot of detail.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to restrict. He smiled and waved to me when he got to me, and I knew right away he was a cop who was looking for me. Though his demeanor, I could tell he wanted to go ahead and let my picture be taken, assuming this would be my last moment in public. So he was nice.
Oh, well, that's nice.
He was nice.
Yeah. Why are they all nice to you?
Because I'm not that bad.
I don't know. I still think you're probably antagonist in your dream, though. Like
I just hunt spirits and try and suck up all their juices so that I may become powerful and take over the world.
I do. Again, I say, given that, you're definitely the antagonist in this whole thing.
No, I'm a good guy. Let me just steal your soul.
Oh,
it's
no.
I'll slurp it like pasta.
What?
Give me your soul. Slurp it like pasta. But anyway, the other police officials, including a blonde woman in a gray suit, began to surround me. I turned around to run, and the man with glasses from before was angrily approaching me with a group of other police officials behind him. This time he wasn't wearing glasses, and he seemed so angry. Just the angriest of so's, and infuriated that his face was beet red. I was thinking of ways to escape the situation, and one of them was to use my spirit powers to fly.
Oh.
I didn't know I could do that.
You can wait.
Apparently,
do you actually fly in your dreams?
Oh yeah, I've done it before.
I do not.
What?
I cannot.
What do you mean you cannot?
I cannot fly in a dream.
Have you tried?
I have.
How dare you?
So Justin all the time talked about how he could fly in his dreams, and that was the test of whether or not he was dreaming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, I think I can fly, so I'm going to try to fly. And if I fly, I'm asleep, and I can control this dream. And he had like really lucid dreams.
Oh, I bet.
I tried that, and I would just like fall flat on my face.
You'd wake up with a broken nose.
The only things I can do in a dream that involve any sort of me gaining height, is I can float.
Oh, okay.
Like I can hover off the ground.
Okay, so you can levitate. Yeah.
Yep. And then like it's like I'm on a skateboard or something.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Which is really fun. And then the other one is I just float off into space. And it's terrifying every time.
You just
Yeah. I had a nightmare one time when I was a little kid about the Michelin Man.
Okay, that took a left turn. Okay, what's wrong with the Michelin Man?
The Michelin Man.
He's worse than.
Do you know the Michelin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
So the dream was that it's at night, and this is at the time when I lived in a trailer, and the whole dream is super short. So I walk out of the trailer, and from around the corner of the trailer comes the Michelin Man.
Oh, gosh.
And he has the voice of my friend Shelly, but like an octave lower.
Oh,
and he's running up to me with his arms out. He's like, "Give me a hug, Tyler."
Oh, gosh. Okay, that's creepy. I will admit, that's creepy.
Then I run away into the road, and then once I hit the road, I start levitating.
Oh, gosh.
And I can't stop. And all I see is my trailer and like the glowing of the porch light.
Right.
And I realize there is nothing else existing outside of that area.
Oh, no.
Everything else is just pitch black, and I'm floating up into nothing but blackness.
Oh, no. So what's worse, floating up into nothingness or the Michelin Man?
I think the floating up into nothingness actually scared me more.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Because that's what woke me up. It wasn't the Michelin Man. That was scary.
You wake up and you're levitating. And you hit the floor.
That'd be creepy as heck.
You hit the bed right when you wake up. You're like,
oh no, I don't like that.
See, but that's what's fun.
Ugh.
That's what's fun is having those creepy moments.
That makes you think of like one of those movies where it's like a demon possession and the person's levitating off the bed. You know?
Yes. Wait, actually, speaking of demon possession.
Oh.
Sleep pananamas.
What?
Sleep pananamas.
This is something new.
I sleep paralysis, but I couldn't speak. I think I've told you this before, but I have had sleep paralysis before.
I have too,
but I've only had it. I think you did tell me this because it was. I've only had it once, and I think you only had it like once or twice, right?
I think I've had it. I think I've had it like 3 times.
Really?
That I can remember. One of them was really terrifying.
Oh, really? I imagine they're all terrifying. To be honest.
They are, but not like, okay, so one of them was like, this is creepy, but I kind of like understood what was going on.
Right.
Whereas one of them was just like utterly terrifying.
Oh, gosh.
You want to hear that?
Yeah, go for it. Well, would you like to hear the story? Why, yes, of course. Tell me your sleep paralysis. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I was waiting for your stroke to be over.
Sorry. I have those every now and again. My epilepsy comes back in droves.
This was at a time when I lived with my mom in an apartment.
Ooh, okay. Because apartments are scarier.
They are, always. Because you never know who was there before you.
Right? The people that died in there, the people next door, making pancakes.
Well, I actually do have some stories about an apartment I lived in that weird things were happening in.
Oh,
anywho, but that's not for this.
That's for another time.
That's for something else. So no, I don't even remember what the dream that I had was. But it woke me up into a sleep paralysis state.
Oh, okay.
So I just got out of a nightmare.
Oh, no.
Woke into a sleep paralysis state on my bed, like trapped on my bed. Couldn't move, couldn't get up, couldn't say anything.
That's literally the definition of out of the fire and into the oven.
It was so...
Like, that's verbatim.
It was so terrifying because I was trying to go, Mom, and that's what I heard. Dude, I heard myself doing that.
Oh, my gosh.
And it freaked the crap out of me so bad. So when I actually I couldn't even keep my eyes open, I fell back asleep really fast and then just like shot out of bed, ran into my mom's bedroom, knocked a lamp off of the stand, terrified her. She's like, what's going on? What happened? And I'm like, I have no idea why I'm in your bedroom. I just got really freaked out.
By the way, can you make me breakfast?
This is really awkward.
It turned into a Seinfeld moment.
I'm just gonna go to bed now. And she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'll be fine."
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
I was like, something just creepy happened. I'm fine.
That is wild. You had the scariest moment ever, only to get up and have like an interaction from a sitcom. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah,
that's kind of awkward. I'm sorry.
It was weird.
Let's go back to bed.
Yeah, it was super weird.
That's ridiculous, dude. That's so weird. Man, I kind of wish my sleep paralysis story was like that. Mine wasn't as cool, but I could probably tell you what it was from. It was my mom and dad got a divorce at this time, and I moved in with me and my mom and my sister all moved in with my grandparents in Missouri. This is when I lived in Missouri. And I remember I was so like...
You lived in Missouri?
Yeah, for like a good few years.
Really?
Yeah. I
actually didn't know that. I knew you had family in Missouri.
Yeah. No,
I didn't know you lived there.
Have you ever been to my grandparents in Missouri? You ever been there?
No.
Okay, well, I'll have to take you there sometime because that's another place that I grew up. That's where I lived. I lived in Illinois, and then we moved to Missouri, and I lived there for a few years. My mom was
pretty
working...
sure I had family in Missouri.
Everybody does. Like Micah does.
Really? He does too?
Yeah. The Schultzes have a ton of family down there.
That's weird. Why does everyone live in misery?
Because it's miserable now. And I used to call it that too when I lived there and I went to school. I was like, it's just straight misery. All types of misery.
No idea where I got this water.
What if right now you're in a dream?
What if I've been in a dream
whole time
for 30 years of my life?
Wake up, Monty. You've been in a coma.
And then you wake up and you're like 8.
Oh, that would mess me up.
Right?
That would mess me up.
That's a
so
hypothetical
hard.
scenario that Justin and I used to talk about all the time.
That would be awful.
It would be.
I'd also be really mad, but also happy. I'd be mad because
you feel like you'd have a lot of life experience.
Right. Well, like in my brain, I'd be like, dude, all the work that I did.
Yeah, I know. Your whole life was a lie.
But also, sweet, I get to restart because I screwed up my life pretty bad. But no. So my sleep paralysis story, my parents got a divorce. We moved to my family in Missouri. And I slept with my mom because I couldn't sleep by myself. I would constantly cry because I was like a kid and I was really tore up about the situation. So I'd constantly sleep in the same bed as my mom. And my mom would watch, I think you actually said this happened to you too, but my mom would watch like medical shows with all the cut ups and everything. And so while she did that, I'd roll over and just fall asleep.
She did that right before going to bed?
During. She would stay up past midnight.
Oh, that's
And I would fall asleep.
I don't want to say anything against your mom, but why?
Because she's a night owl and she stayed up watching.
Well, she did medical though.
Yeah, her whole life has been medical.
Sense.
Her whole life's medical. She stays up late, and so like it made sense. And I was supposed to go to bed, so I'd roll over and go to sleep and wake up the next morning. But
that would like mess me up.
I mean, as long as I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
In fact, I liked listening to it because it was background noise with the lights, and it would put me to sleep real fast. I still do it. I'll fall asleep on the couch. It's like a routine of mine where I'll just get the TV on. I'll get myself tired. I'll start falling asleep.
I never intentionally do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I intentionally do it all the time.
Okay, so I used to listen to audiobooks to go to sleep until the audiobook started saying my name. Then I'm like, never again.
That's awful. That's
right?
You're just there like...
I was having some like... Yeah, well, not my actual name.
Fish, but we're coming for you, Fish.
But it'd be like, and it'd be in the voice of the person, like doing the audiobook.
Oh, that's wild.
And they've never said that name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's super strange, and it terrified me. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
The part that I can't do it. I can't do that either. I can't listen to audiobooks for a different reason because my brain is like, I want to hear what happens next.
Well, see, I've already heard the whole story. I would just put them on like repeat or whatever. Like it's already something I heard, so I'm not paying attention to it anymore. It's just noise.
Right.
But yeah, I heard my name in the audiobook.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like, no, not doing this.
I would always fall asleep to stuff like that, and like I never really experienced anything like that, like any kind of like weird auditory hallucination. And again, that's listening to my mom watching all these different medical stuff. I loved it having in the background. But there was one night, going back to the sleep paralysis story, there was one night I remember, because apparently I learned this from people, but I sleep like a psychopath.
Okay.
I lay on my back, I cross my arms like I'm in a casket.
What?
I'm not kidding. I've
been camping with you and I've never noticed this.
Really? Well, okay. I'll sleep normally too. Like I can sleep on my side and I do toss and turn a little bit.
Okay.
Until I find that comfort spot. But no, like what I'll do is I will sleep on my back with my arms crossed. Even my mom will tell you this because she's seen me do it. I'll sleep on my back with my arms crossed, or I will cross my feet.
Okay, that one seems a little bit more normal.
Right. Or I'll also do this thing where
I had an aunt who she would just like bob her foot.
Oh, really? To sleep?
While she's asleep.
No, that's a psychopath. No.
There was one time I went over to their house and she just like she playfully like fell over on the couch like on her face.
Yeah.
Okay. And fell asleep like that.
Are you serious?
Right in front of me. She's like, "Oh, I'm so tired." And she just falls over on the couch and then just goes out and she starts sleeping.
Are you serious?
And her feet are in the air because she's laying over the arm of the couch. And then she started going, "Is it raining outside?"
What?
I'm like, no, it is. It's completely sunny. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Gosh. I keep interrupting.
No, it's okay. I'm just offended. No, I'm just kidding. So, but I sleep on my back a lot of times. I'll cross my feet. I'll also do this thing where like I don't know how to explain it for podcasts, but like one foot will be outstretched long, going down, and the other one will be flamingoed. Like it'll be crossed.
Ooh, yeah, the four.
Yeah,
the four stance.
Yeah, the four stance.
Yeah,
'cause that's on my body. I have it tattooed on my body.
That's the best sleeping position.
It is, especially when you get it underneath like a pillow or something.
Yes,
and it's cold.
Yes.
So I'll sleep like that. And so this particular case, I was sleeped coffin style.
Okay.
And so I woke up and I darted my eyes left and right in the dark. And so I was like, yeah, this is normal. I just woke up in the middle of the night. And then in my head, I was like, all right, I'm going to roll over. And then I couldn't. I realized as I attempted to do so, my body wouldn't move. Nothing would move. So my eyes widened because I was like, I can't move. Why can't I move? I'm scared. I need to let my mom know I can't talk. I can't move my mouth. And I started to slowly panic. I was like, I'm trapped in my body. I'm trapped in my body. I can't move. I can't do anything. Am I going to be stuck like this? Am I going to be a vegetable? Am I going to... I immediately fell asleep. I legit don't remember anything but like getting extremely panicked and then blackout. Just immediate blackout.
I don't think I've ever laughed that hard on the podcast yet.
I immediately blacked out. Just I that's the part that I always look back on and think of too, where it's like, how did I fall asleep that fast?
Right?
Because I was like, I was getting legitimately panicked, and then I remember passing out and then waking up and it was daytime and it felt like no time had passed. Like,
I hate when that happens.
Right? Well, no, it was like freakier to me because it was like I fell back asleep and woke up. It was daytime, and I was like, I wanted to get up and move because I was afraid it was going to happen again because it felt like it just happened.
Yep.
And then I got up and I was like, I'm okay. And I think I told my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh, sleep paralysis." And I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let's hope that never happens again."
The other time I had sleep paralysis, I was living in a different apartment with my mom.
Oh, okay.
And this time when I woke up, it was actually the first time I woke up when I told you before. I was actually in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
Which made it worse because it was pitch black in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This time I actually woke up like in the morning, so I could see in the room.
Oh, shucks.
Didn't really help.
I mean, I feel like that would, well, maybe it'd make it better because like
makes it a little better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I guess.
Yeah, I think it'd make it a little better.
But what didn't make it better is the fact that I was completely paralyzed. Again, could only move my eyes. Right. Couldn't speak, and I could see something just in the corner of my vision, like a black shape.
Oh,
kind of like swaying back and forth, and I couldn't tell you what it was. But the weirdest thing with this one is there was a dream like still playing out in my head.
Oh,
even though my eyes are wide open, I'm seeing the room, but I hear the voice of a little girl who was my neighbor telling me a scary story.
No.
While I also see this black shape over here swaying back and forth.
Oh gosh. It's like a movie.
And I'm like, I'm not telling myself, I'm like, okay, don't panic. You're okay. This is just sleep paralysis. Don't try to look at the thing. Don't look. Don't pay attention to the story. Just close your eyes. Just go back to sleep, and then you can wake up. And it worked.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
It did work.
Man, what the heck is with sleep paralysis? And you're just sitting there like frozen, and then you panic, and then you just pass out and wake up.
Yeah,
that's weird. That's terrifying. But can I be honest?
Yeah.
I wish I had a story like that. I really do.
Really? I don't.
I only had one sleep paralysis event, and it wasn't even that scary. And don't get me wrong, like as a kid.
I mean, it would be scary.
Right.
It's always scary.
Right. But I mean, like as a kid, I definitely would say I'd never want that to happen. But now that I'm older, I'm like, no, make it happen.
Make it happen. Do it.
I want a story. Bring it on. Yeah. Hold me down like those stories that people have about sleep paralysis where the demon comes on top of
I know. Some people say it's demonic, like possession or something, or just like demons in general doing something to you. And I'm like, I don't know. I actually think we give too much credit to the devil.
No, 100%. 100%. I feel like we make him off more powerful than he actually is. Don't get me wrong. He's powerful.
Yeah.
But like God already prevails. And like his this whole thing of like, you think the devil just thinks you're that special that he's going to look for you to sit up, or maybe he's like Santa Claus where he's like, all right, June 4th, 2022, I'm looking for Sam Cat. That's a fake last name. Don't worry about it. Sam Cat. I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna give a check mark. I'm gonna stand on her shoulders, freak her out, and then after her.
Do you know that's actually what a mare is?
A ghost Santa?
So no. So you know the game Phasmophobia. We play it, and one of the ghosts in there is called a mare.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually what a mare is. It's a demon that sits on people's chests while they sleep.
So it's like the garbage men of demons,
yeah.
essentially. It has the job nobody wants.
Yeah, it's just.
But I bet it pays a lot of money.
I wonder if that's where part of that folklore comes from. That sleep paralysis
yeah.
is the whole demon on. Yeah, I wonder if it's from that.
I wouldn't doubt it, especially given if it has such a close lore to sleep paralysis like that. I wouldn't doubt if that's where that came from.
It wouldn't shock me.
Right.
Like people experience sleep paralysis and they say it's a demon, it's a mare, it's sitting on your chest at night trying to suffocate you.
Also, unpopular opinion, or maybe it is a popular opinion. I kind of like to believe that demons and the devil aren't going to look scary, or at least in most cases they're not, because if they do, 9 times out of 10 you're going to avoid it.
Yeah, I think the whole idea. I mean, the devil, it comes as an angel of light a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
in the Bible, it says that.
Yeah, he looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
Like what he's offering looks good.
Right, and so
even in the Bible, when Jesus went into the desert and was tempted, what he was being tempted to do or to obtain looked good.
Right,
you know
exactly.
Like,
and so that's why when you see all these demonic. I say demonic. I mean like scary movies about demons, and you see they're it's a humanoid with red skin and horns and a goat.
Yeah, I don't know where that depiction.
Yeah,
even came
I was like,
from.
that's not. I don't think that's really demonic. That's just more that's scary. Don't get me wrong, but why would a demon want to do that? I can see points where they would, but why would all demons be like, I'm gonna scare you and possess you?
Yeah, that's the only thing too that they ever do is scare you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Their whole point is to get you away from Christ.
Right.
And what's one thing that's going to scare you to Christ is seeing a demon.
Right.
I can't tell you how many stories somebody saw a demon and they went, I'm going to church.
Yeah. Right.
I'm getting an exorcist. So it's that's why I'm I don't know if demons would look like that.
I know. That's why I think it's funny.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of scary things. And
do we have more scary dreams to tell?
I have plenty of scary dreams to tell. I was actually so there's a couple things that I can do here because we're getting close on time.
Okay.
I can tell you another story from a dream journal. I can also tell you my trouble sleeping, my issues with sleeping, the things that I've been going through. I think that would fit here.
No. Yeah.
So what would you prefer? Another story or?
Let's do another dream.
You want to do another dream?
Yeah.
Okay, then I know exactly which one I want to tell. Then, let me get it. I got to pull my dreams up. Hurry, Fish, stall. Do a sponsor. Here you go. I'm pulling them up. Go.
So, do you like macaroni and fish? Do you like this podcast? I'm really bad at this.
Keep going. You're good. You're good.
If you like what you're listening to, go ahead and give us a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, family, coworkers. I don't care personally. It makes no difference to me. All I want is views.
You're doing great.
Go ahead and if you're on YouTube, ring that notification bell. I don't know, guys.
Okay, I'm back.
I'll fix this in editing. Trust me.
You can tell we don't have much sponsors. Very much. So, in truth, the story that I wanted to tell is a very long dream, but I'm going to condense it because there's only there's a specific part I want to get to because the first part was very odd. And went into very strange places. Places I don't think would be good for a podcast.
Okay.
That sounds worse than it is. I just don't know. It's a lot of fluff and there's a lot of things that I just figured I'd get to the good part essentially.
Okay. That works.
To explain how big this dream is, it has 3 acts.
Wow.
Yeah, it has 3 acts. So I'm going to tell you the third one because the third one was the most fascinating to me. So essentially there was, to give you a little bit of backstory, I just had this dream about this guy that was the worst person that you can think of. And it was how we were trying to deal with him. And you remember this, right? And it turned into a whole war where it was us versus him. There were guns involved. It was a whole mess. And then out of nowhere, the dream just changed. It just went,
go figure.
Yeah. And then the act 3 had absolutely nothing. Well, actually it kind of did according to what the dream was alluding to. But it cut and it was kind of like a movie. But now I was sitting in an old, decayed, and abandoned school in a classroom. And when I say decayed, I mean the walls were brown and gray. some of them were just fallen through and destroyed. You could see into the hallway. And the hallway was pitch black. There were no lights on. The entire room it looked like a bomb went off, but somehow the ceiling and some of the walls and the main frame was still there.
This sounds fun.
Oh, it was great. And I was sitting there, and then this light popped up behind me that was spotlighting to the wall in front of me, but my shadow was not cast. And then it was like a documentary where all these like pictures started flying by and entering the spotlight. Like I was almost in a VR.
Oh, okay.
And basically, this is kind of what happened. The scene had cut to a dark, scary room, kind of like I told you before, and a narrator began to speak. Although I don't know what specific words he used, but I do know the general idea of...
And that is when you found out that you were in the Stanley Parable.
Oh, no. I'm Stanley. But I do know the general ideas of what he was speaking about. He was talking about a criminal case that happened in the same city as the last two parts of the story. And there is reason to believe that this all connected to that guy that committed the crime.
Okay.
The case happened years ago before the events of the current dream, but I felt that they were somehow linked since all this information was being given to me. Newspaper clippings, pictures, and articles came into my view like I was watching a documentary. The narrator explained that years ago, a couple was arrested for a very horrible crime, and we'll just say it explained that children were murdered.
Oh.
So it was not good. And the only picture I saw of the criminals was of the girl who had blonde hair and was smiling in the picture. The narrator explained that the case was shrouded in a lot of mystery, though the criminals were apprehended. He spoke about how they killed them and like the time frame from the start of their killing to their arrest. It was like a whole documentary going on, including the evidence and everything. And the narrator ended the documentary by saying that it is unclear why they did it. And then, and this is what I love, then a picture came into frame just to the left of me. After it said we have no idea why they did it, it then popped up this picture, and it was a picture of like this street. It was a paved street, and it had like these trees that were symmetrically grown going down the street.
Okay.
And there was this creature.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Yes, it was this creature that was like Sasquatch walking across the street. And it looked like this huge, obese Caucasian man, completely naked, but I didn't see anything. And he was bulbous, and he was white, and he had a cubed head. And he had beady eyes, dark black, small, beady eyes on the side of his head, and a mouth that was just this huge mouth that was rows of needle-sharp teeth, and he was just walking across the street. And when this picture popped up, all sound just went silent. Like this was the thing that led to whatever happened in the last parts of the story and what happened now.
That's wild.
And then I woke up.
That's wild.
That thing, obviously there were some parts that are a little bit like, oh, that sucks. Children dying. That's awful. But I was like fascinated because I was like, my dream is alluding to like this weird concept.
Yeah.
It kind of, to go off on a little bit of a tangent, it kind of reminded me of like Five Nights at Freddy's and like those games. You kind of get you get thrusted into a scenario and you're trying to figure out what's going on. But then all of a sudden there's hint that there's something deeper going on. And you're like, what is happening?
Right. To me, it honestly makes me think of like an SCP.
I'm actually so glad you said that because I am actually turning that creature into an SCP.
Really?
Yes. That inspired me to make it into an SCP. And so I'm kind of surrounding it a little bit of the lore. I am kind of tweaking it a little bit, but it can still connect to what the dream was.
Okay.
But
it definitely has an SCP flair to it.
Right. Just like shrouded in like this paranormal mystery involved with like murder and all this different stuff.
A cuboidal head is a very odd detail.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I think, to be honest, for me personally, I think that's what made it so creepy. Because it was like, I've told you before in like the Momo episode, our first episode, where it was like over exaggerated like features, they don't really freak me out. I just kind of look at it and it's like, oh, it's cartoonish and different stuff like that. But it's like maimed concepts. Like that's what really freaks me out. And I know I kind of might sound like I'm backpedaling here, but it was like the fact that it was cartoonish in that it had a square head almost made it creepier in this sense, because it was like you were being told about realistic scenarios, and then you see this thing that has a cubed head, but everything else about it is real. It just was off enough where it was like, it actually adds to the creepy factor too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's a good example? The way I think about it is how most people like dipping their fries in their shake.
Okay.
It's a combination. Go with me here. Go with me here. Go with me here.
Following.
So like a lot of times, like obviously sweet and savory, they're good mixes. But what makes shakes and fries weird is obviously the fact it's a shake and you're dipping a fry into it. But it works because of the flavor palette. Like the flavors kind of bounce off of each other.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, though, if you boiling it down to that makes sense as to why those combinations work. And I think that's what made it creepy in this case, where it was like, it wasn't just over exaggerated cartoonish figures. It was a little bit of that placed in such a way in my head where I was like, oh, this is terrifying. Also, I'm still in the school while all this is happening.
Yeah, that part didn't help.
So there was a lot of that going on. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we had a good episode. Do you think we had a good episode?
Yeah, this one was fun.
Yeah. We went into some dreams. We went to talk about sleep paralysis, and of course, like the last few episodes that we have plenty more that we can talk about. There's gonna be part 2 of all of this eventually.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna run out of ideas, and we're just gonna start hitting the part 2s, and we're just gonna start cranking them out, baby. We got them rolling. But this has been our podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you really like our stuff, please give us a follow, share, comment, like.
Ring that notification bell.
There's Fish to save me before I start devolving into nonsense. But I appreciate you guys coming and listening to us. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed our creepy, nightmarish stories. And I hope you didn't try to listen to this at night. Or maybe you just wanted to brave the darkness.
I'm not going to show this one to my mom at night.
Why not? It's the ultimate challenge. See if you can survive.
No. She would not appreciate that.
Oh, really?
Really?
All right. Fish's mom Fish. Do not listen to this.
Don't listen to this one.
I listen to it during the daytime.
Yes.
Then you'll get it. And I hope my cubed head friend does not show up in your house. But anyway, this has been our podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Fish.
And this has been Macaroni and Fish. We will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Sleeping with my mom watching like medical like stuff that freaks me out and all that different stuff. Oh, what in the world?
That's my child losing in the background.
This is in the bloopers. Another moment in the bloopers.